this gorgeous lady here. She seemed wholesome before this. Yeah, so I don't know. I forget where I seen it first. Oh, it was Powder. Powder was quote tweeting and I was really confused out the context, so that's when I dived into it. But yeah, so Cinder basically posted this saying effective immediately, Redacted will no longer be managing or overseeing my VTuber activities. He no longer represents me as a creator, my brand, or my intentions. I'm sorry, everyone. I will make a larger response when I'm able to. Yeah, so Cinder posted that, which I scrolled down through her stuff here, and it really seemed to come out of left field. And also, people are speculating that Red is her boyfriend. Like, I seen a lot of people saying that they kind of, like, 4 years ago, kind of figured that Red has been her boyfriend this whole time. So I'm like, well, that seems like a terrible idea. I've been reading it when it was out since 1 hour ago. Everything's on fire. It's all on fire. Oh my gosh. I've been too busy to keep up with things. Honestly, yeah, I don't really keep up with it. I don't really keep up with things either, but this is literally all over my Twitter feed. Everywhere. It's everywhere. So I mean, I have Nano's document pulled up here. I know, sorry, it's like a flash freaking flash burn your eyeballs. Sorry. But and I even have Bow's whole document flashbang. Flashbang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And what else? I have Cotton's. Poor Cotton. Her name now in the document, her name was blotched out. But I guess she kind of found out her name was part of it. So she's saying this made my stomach drop to read. It makes me very sad to have things come out like this. Yeah, even Cotton. Like, I don't know who's friends in the big VTuber sphere. I don't really know who's friend, but apparently Cinder and Cotton, and I guess especially Cinder and Bow were all thought to be really good friends. And now Cinder has come out basically like, or Red is basically like, basically the gist of it is it seems that Red is trying to tell Nano not to work with Bow Cotton again, and to basically, oh, if they commission you, just tell them no and instead ask us for a commission so that you still get paid. Cinder, Bow, and Shy Lily were thought to be good friends. Okay, so maybe she's the other friend that is still blotched out there. Was this something that sent herself dead? Or was it due to her mod? Let me go to the document that Nano flashbang that Nano put out. So most of these screenshots seem to be between Nano and Redacted or Red, whatever. But are you really going to try and say that you knew absolutely nothing of what your manager is doing? My eyes. I'm sorry. Cinder's no way innocent in all of this. Yeah, I don't know. You can't tell me that you knew absolutely nothing of what was happening. Like, this would be like me going to Haya and being like, Haya, so who I would consider Tippy and Luna to be good VTuber friends of mine. You know, I support them and stuff. They'll be like, "Hiya, don't do any artwork anymore with Tippy or Luna. And just tell them no if they try to commission you, and instead come and commission me." Literally trying to tell an artist who they can and cannot work for. and then instead of cheering on your friends, you're labeling them as competition and trying to drag them down into the dirt. Like, I don't get it. Like, I get that being jealous of a friend's success in something that you want to be successful in, it's going to be there. Obviously, it's normal to have that jealous feeling. But to actually act on it and try and bring them down and tear them down, like, I don't get that. I don't get it. I like seeing my friends succeed. And also saying that the more art you make means you're worth. Yeah, that was the other thing. That was the other thing. Trying to say that, like, where is it? It's in one of these screenshots. Did Bao put it here? Trying to say that, like, oh, the more VTuber babies you have makes your art less valuable. Like, what? I knew Bao since she was a V singer known as Hikaru Station. Oh, I had no idea. Hoshi, if you ever do that, I'll fly there and slap Jello. Wait, why slap Jello? Oh my gosh. Why Jello? Poor Jello. Yeah, we're not turning this into a witch hunt or anything like that. Although going public with these things kind of makes that tend to happen. But anyways. So, Bao is saying, as someone who was close to and worked with Cinder for years, she has firsthand experienced how Cinder and Red collaborate and the extent to which Red operates as her primary point of contact. So, Nano was going to be Bao's live 2D illustrator. Okay. After she finished the design and base model sketch, there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not she had the physical and mental capacity to continue my model. Ah, okay, so getting hit with the, like, oh, my mental health isn't doing well. Don't know if I can finish this. All right. Bao was obviously sad. But so skipping this, basically, oh, in a private group chat with Cinder, Bao shared how devastated she was, and Cinder didn't comment or say anything. But now, obviously, we are realizing that the reason for Nano's silence, or Bao's, Cinder's silence in the group chat, was because Cinder and Redacted were deliberately sabotaging ongoing commissions and blocking VTubers such as myself from having access to art from Nanoless. Yeah, because they were telling Nano, like, oh, don't do art with these people anymore. Instead, come commission us and tell them no. I don't know what the first sentence here that Redacted is saying. Something about, like, discounting art. But then Red is saying, oh, you don't work with Bao blank or blank at all again, models or art. I don't think you've ever done anything with Bao or, and we now know that this says cotton before. We also have other GS labels for you too. So then Nano is saying, is there any way to add a little bit more since blank still asks for art every now and then? Sweating emoji. And then Red says, we could do it like when blank asks for art, you tell her no, and then tell us to buy another art piece. So you still get a job from it. Like, wow. You're trying to again, you're trying to tell the artist who they can and can't work for. You're literally trying to get the artist to only work for you. And would that not get suspicious? Even if Nano didn't come out with all of this, okay, and Nano did what Red was saying, would that not get suspicious after a while? Like, all these VTubers are like, oh, Nano used to do work for us all the time, but now now Nano is always saying no and only seems to be doing work for Cinder. That would get so sus. Wanted exclusivity without paying for exclusivity. Yeah, literally. Like, this would not have ended well either way. Oh, wow. I wanted to understand it better. Nano is saying specifically if I cancel her for the second time. Oh my god! And then Red saying, well, with Blank, she's given a lot of bias and priority at... Wait, are they talking about gamer subs? Is that what GS stands for? Huh? But Cinder has so much stuff at gamer subs. What? So Bao is saying Nanoless asks Redacted on why he is encouraging her to not finish my model. Red then lists my name amongst various VTubers, as well as the vendettas Cinder and Red harbor against each. Yeah, she's also a freaking partial owner. Like, what? Bao has been getting on our nerves for a while. She hijacked our YouTube editor, constantly picking up artists that we work with. Okay, so okay, because the artists are awesome. So what's wrong with that? Now she's barking up the tree of one of our live 2D animators. Has a way of guilt tripping others to get her way. Wow. Wow. I hope, like, I would hope that Haya making me my live 2D, and, you know, if I am to keep growing as a VTuber, that people would see my model and be like, oh, who did your model? And then through that, they love the model, and then they go to Haya, and through that, I'm kind of like getting work for her. Like, I feel like I would be so happy if that were to be happen. At most, I would just be like I said in Discord, I would just be like, Haya, don't forget about me. Yeah, I would just literally be like, Haya, please just don't forget about me, and like, please make space for me. Who cares? You're all friends. Yeah, like, I don't get how labeling your friends as competition. Why can't you share the success? Like, they're all successful VTubers. I don't understand. I commissioned an artwork from Haya and it's amazing, right? Like, exactly. Like, I want to show off the artist. I want them to gain work. Why would it matter if a bunch of friends go to each other for stuff? I don't know why you would want to cut them down like that. And especially too, because so if you see your friends commissioning a specific artist, obviously you're gonna, if you like that art, you're going to also want to commission them. Because number one, you know the art is amazing. Number two, obviously they're a trusted artist. You can trust them. So it makes sense that they would want to, as it says here, quote unquote, pick up the artists that your friends are working with. Okay, Ketsuya, have fun. Have fun at your niece's birthday party. VTubers, in a way, are advertisements for the artist too. Yeah, exactly. Because, like, people are gonna ask, oh, who did your model? Oh, who did this artwork? So it's like advertisement everywhere. This is what Red lists as reason why Nano should cancel her ongoing live 2D commission with me, all the while continuing to collaborate with me and pretending to be my friend. Yeah, so during, like, all their collabs where they're all laughing and having fun together and blah, 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 in the background, it's like, yeah, can you not do art for these people anymore? And, like, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the hell? More screenshots of them urging Nano to cancel the ongoing live 2D commission. Red here is saying, don't sell yourself short. I think she'd be fine with taking the design and finding someone else. I wouldn't offer it for free, maybe half price if she starts shit. Wow. Oh my gosh. What a way to talk about your friend. If she starts shit, just do this instead. Just offer her half price. Like when Kaysen commissioned Mika Neko's emote artist, she doesn't care about the drama with Neko. Not to mention, so many people love the group of Tricky, Numi, Bao, Cinder, Vienna, and Lily. They are like the Vis Shoujo of indie VTubers. Like, they were their own little community of indies. Yeah, because, yeah, they're not in any agencies. A nicer way would have been to just pay to reserve art spots ahead of time, like she still completes her queue. But you pay for the future arts. Yeah, exactly, Sadira. Exactly. Like, there was just better ways. If you're worried about an artist not having time for your stuff, there are just better ways of going about it. And not stabbing your friends in the back. They're all part of Mythic Live. Is that an agent? Is that like a Twitch group? Sadly, I only know Bao and Lily offhand, so I can't really understand the situation. I think I'd be, oh my god, if I could match it to their face. Yeah, I don't watch them too much, but like this is just so sad. Oh, it's a talent management agency. Okay. Yeah, so I said this previously, but yeah, a lot of people actually speculate that Red is actually Cinder's boyfriend, which is a really bad idea. If I was able to or needed a manager, I would not be hiring Jello. Like that sounds like a nightmare waiting to happen. We're 99% sure she told him not to do any more with us. Yeah, this is just wow. Like, so many people just not expecting this. Took a lot of courage from Cotton to stand up about this. Hey, we have Smug Fox here. Yeah, literally, not even gonna lie, I was stunned reading this. Same. I was like, huh? What do you mean? Huh? Smog. Hello, new Otiro. On the flip side, that doesn't necessarily make them friends as much as colleagues. True. But, like, even as colleagues, why? Like, you're all successful. Why stab each other in the back? Just be successful together and bask in the glory. Like, why? Why do you have to do this shit to each other? Working with family is tough as you can never separate personal and business like a true manager wouldn't have done this. Yeah, because when it's someone you care about, if certain things are being said about them, you're going to react based on your emotions. Like, you can't be as unbiased when it's family. This really sucks. Monarch may be the first VTuber that I actually started watching. Cinder was the one that got me into VTubers. Her contagious laughter and just general happy vibes in her streams was what made me a fan of hers. Yep. I mean, a lot of these bigger VTubers would have been a lot of people's entrance into the VTuber world. I've always seen Nemu, Cinder, Bao, Yuzu, and Tricky, and they always seemed perfect friends to hang out with. Yeah, I guess that's the, I guess that's what, in this case specifically, that's what Cinder would want everyone to believe. And even them, too, because, like, you don't want people to know you're trying to stab them in the back, right? Right? People are quoting, Cinder's post. This person saying, you don't need to make a bigger response. You already said your side. If your response is anything other than the truth is out, I'm nothing but a backstabbing biatch, then no one cares. Yeah, because Cinder was like, oh, I'll make a bigger post when I can. But what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Because she's literally in some of these screenshots. Flashbang, sorry. Where? If we scroll all the way down here, this is Nano's document saying, another example of going after other clients of mine from before, claiming that having more clients alongside them makes my work less special with the recurrence of, it's just business. So, this is Nano sending a, can I zoom in? Can I, yes, I can. Hell yeah. This is Nano sending a message to Cinder saying, hey, Cinder, hope you're doing okay. I talked with Red and I believe he talked to you already. See? Right? Because obviously your manager's going to talk to you. And I thought it would be best if I just check here personally. Actually, I wanted to know better your thoughts because Red tried to talk to me and I think I misunderstood things. So Cinder said, oh yeah, what's going on? What's up? And then Nano sent her a screenshot of Red saying not to discredit any of your work because everything you work on is the top of the line incredible. But when everyone's a Nano baby, it feels less special to be one, if that makes sense. Kind of been getting the same feeling from gamer subs lately, too. Wow. I don't so if you have an amazing artist, they're supposed to be working with just one person exclusively, or they're not as valuable. But then how is that person supposed to make money if they're exclusively working only for you? And in the case of gamer subs, if gamer subs isn't popular with everyone, okay, and then they make merchandise for you, well, nobody's gonna buy it because, like, what are they supposed to be buying only one person forever? How long will that last? And then it's gonna go out of business. Can you imagine if a company exclusively only sold products for one, like, a company like GamerSups only sold things for one person? You're drastically lowering the amount of people that will purchase from them because not everyone is a fan of that one person. So Cinder's basically saying, I understand what he means, but at the end of the day, it's just business. Of course, we love working with you and want to keep working together, but if you prefer to work with other clients instead of me, I know it's for a reason for you to help grow and not because you don't like me. You walk into a restaurant and there is only one thing on the menu, nothing else. Yeah, exactly. You walk in and it's just a menu filled with like different variety of pancakes, for example. Well, only people who like pancakes are gonna go to that restaurant then. You're like obliterating everyone else who might come in. And you never know because all these other people who are coming in for the other products might see the pancakes and be like, you know what, I'm gonna try the pancakes, and then they like the pancakes, so now you gained another person. Oh no, Shadow, no, there's nothing bad about gamer subs in here. It's just that they're saying they feel like GS has been playing favorites or something, when that's not true. Not true. What would also, would that even happen since Shy Lily also owns part of GamerSups? Yeah, like they're trying to say here that they feel like GS has been playing favorites. Oh, they're doing more for these people instead of me, and I want more attention and blah blah blah. That's basically what they're saying. It's not fair that GS is giving attention to these other VTubers. They should pay attention only to me. That's what in my opinion, that's what this feels like they're saying. How dare Shy Lily get gamer stuff. Meanwhile, she just had a drop of all that AFK stuff. Cinder has a lot of merch on GS. I think she has more than anybody else involved with gamer subs. Yeah. I think if you look up, let me look up. We are on gamer subs, and if we search, for example, Shy Lily. Let's bring them over here. Let's see. So this is all the stuff that Shy Lily has. Oh, Shy Lily has a lot. Damn. Actually, hold on. Sorry, let me Huh? Oh, I scrolled out too much, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Shy Lily has a lot. Wow. And then we look up Cinder. So Cinder has her flavor. She has like hoodies. Yep. I don't know why this is here, but that is an awesome looking design for a shirt artwork. I want these pajama pants. Not gonna lie, they're really cute. She has this awesome cup. I want a full art cup like this really bad, but I'm waiting for one to drop from someone that I want to get. Like she has just as much, at least just as much as Shy Lily had. Yeah. So I don't get it. Just I don't get it. I kind of think that's the direction they want to move, kind of like G Fuel has done. Where GS is, I guess, being more supportive of creators rather than making their own designs. I don't have a problem with that, honest. I really don't have a problem with them trying to focus more on collabs because like it's supporting the content creators, right? Someone saying, well, this dumpster fire got worse and it's only 2 a.m. Oh yeah, did we finish reading what Cinder herself said? Being one of your very first model babes was so amazing. I was happy to be able to find someone to help you with live 2D cutting to improve your skills, and I think that's a big part of why everyone loved the 1.0 model and then started asking you for them. I can have Red send you a list of our plans for the future and estimated due dates, so just let us know what you actually want to work on. That way I have time to look for someone else if you don't have time for my projects or don't want to do them. It feels special to only have your model art for all my outfits, but just let me know if you don't have time for me to be an exclusive Nano art BB anymore. Girl, if you want that kind of exclusivity, ya best be paying. Because, damn. So then Nano said, it's no personal reason. I would never do something like this to you or anyone. It's important for my job to reach far, and I like working on different projects. Yeah, I feel like we also didn't even think of the side where the artist would get burnout by working on the same character forever. Imagine having to draw the same character forever. You can never draw anyone else. Not allowed. Artists yeah, exactly. Artists have bills to pay. Sounds kind of manipulative the way she said that. Exactly. She's like in the first paragraph here, she's telling her, like, she's guilt tripping her. She's guilt tripping. Art prison, exactly. She's literally guilt tripping. Oh, you know, it feels special and I liked being special and blah blah blah. And if you don't have time for me, it's okay. Nano said, I told Red that even though I have my other works, I'll always have a way to get you a priority spot when possible. You'll always be my special baby. And then Cinder said, I also think it's important for you to work on projects that you're excited about. So I'll go through my plans with Red and send you our ideas to see if it's possible with your schedule. I know he can be a little pushy sometimes, but it's because he's just doing business for me to grow too. And he absolutely loves your work just as much as I do. Okay. Hello, I like to spiel special. Hello, Pat. Oh, Pat, you are a special little bean. I give you lots of head pats and this and that, and we'll put you in the spotlight. Everyone shine the spotlight on Pat. Pat's such a cute little bean. You'll feel special yet? Do you feel special yet? Do you? Red tries to make it look like they never meant for it to appear like they wanted me to be exclusive by framing it as something I wanted, while immediately doubling down on the fact that me working with more people makes my work less special. We understand that you want to work on other people's stuff, but it makes you less special. All right. All right. Red, I agree, you're a free artist and you should do what you want. But I was under the impression that taking on more Cinder work is what you wanted to do. I didn't think it was like we were making you do that. Holy manipulation! Why can't you give Elsa a balloon? 'Cause she'll let it go! Let it go! Let it go! Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum. I'm just reading, I'm just kind of like skimming. Red, oh, I see. I mean, what I said is still true about how we feel, but I wasn't saying you had to only do Cinder. I wasn't saying you had to only do Cinder work from now on, but also don't do work with any of these VTubers. Just tell them no and come to us. What? What? Ta! How is that not saying you have to only do Cinder work? Okay. This drama is freshly baked as of this morning. So Nano's saying, thank you for understanding my side. We're all trying to have our names somewhere. And then she's saying she wants to, because Red asked her, is this about blank model? This name has to be Bao's model. And then Nano is saying, oh, I want to take it, but I don't want to disrespect Cinder. You're not disrespecting Cinder by working on other people's stuff. They are disrespecting the hell out of you for making you even feel this way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And Red here saying, well, let's see if blank wants a Nano model or not, and hope blank finds someone else. Wow. Okay, we have reached the end of the document. We have reached the end. So what are her closing statements? I'd like to highlight the irony of expecting to be entitled to recognition for her own efforts and size when her own active efforts are tied to sabotaging this very same VTuber. Also feeling entitled and insisting to be recognized by someone else is odd. Thanks for taking the time to read through everything. I hope everything makes sense and everyone who has been hurt, manipulated, or sabotaged by her will find closure. Okay, slasher. Yummy food. Here I thought the 20th century movie industry was convoluted and backstabbing. So is the VTuber verse, apparently. So is the BV frickin'. So is the VTuber verse. This is the trending Bao and Nano. This is exact. Everyone just waking up. 3+ documents about the same VTuber and manager. It's just business. Everyone just waking up. Fans, VTubers, artists, editors. Literally, everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. Here's Fiersona. Wild situation between Nano and Cinder and Bao. 3 huge talented creators I look up to, and turns out one of them and her manager are pure toxic. You can't trust anyone these days. That's why I'm very hesitant to interact with others in the creator streamer space. Honestly, Fiersona, same. I keep to myself for these very reasons. You know, I know things can get taken out of context really fast. People can twist things you say in all kinds of ways that they want it to sound a certain way, so they make it sound that way. It's hard to know who to trust, and honestly for no reason, because I don't know why we can't all just uplift each other and try to make all of us successful. You know, and that's besides the fact that I mean, I just kind of keep to myself because I just have no time. But yeah, it's scary that you kind of don't know who you can trust, because it's like, oh well, who's going to spread rumors about me this time, or who's going to backstab me about this, or it's really sad. It's sad. You know, do I look at some of my friends who are successful at things that I want to be successful at, you know, and I sit there and I'm like, boy, it would be nice if I could be successful at it. You know, that little bit of jealousy. Yeah, that's fine. That's normal. But do I sit there and actually try and sabotage them? No. No. I am happy for them and I cheer them on anyways. And I try my best to work hard so that I can also be successful. But Hoshi, why would you want someone else to be successful when you could be the most successful? Look, because if you get successful by slandering and backstabbing people, it will eventually come out like this. And then what? Then you aren't going to be successful anymore. because people will see how much of a shitty person you actually are. Whereas if you actually get successful by, you know, not doing all that stuff, well, then there's nothing that can come out about you, right? They're all successful. Why can't they be happy for what they got already? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like the guy that ran Facebook who backstabbed his own friend. Oh god. Yeah. I never looked into that, but I have heard of it. I have heard of it. Success changes people. I'm so sorry to Nano and Bao that got hurt by this or anyone else. Yup. Mystic Light, I want to express my sympathies towards Bao. Here's Vexoria. Wow, Lucy Pyre even. I know this was really hard for you and just want you to know I'm behind you and Nano every step of the way. Literally everyone's face this morning when they logged into Twitter and they were like, oh, what? Huh? Spite? Who's Spite? Vexoria here saying, this sucks. This sucks for Nano and Bao. It sucks for all of our friends. It sucks for our community as a whole. I know these events will shock many, but please don't lose sight that there are some absolutely sweet and wonderful content creators out there who are doing their best to raise each other up. Yep, there are genuine ones out there. You just gotta find them. You just gotta find them. Cinder and her manager gaslighting Nano to only work for her and to cut work relationships with people like Bao because working for too many people dilutes your art's work. Essentially gaslighting a non-native English into exclusivity without paying for it. Spite is another VTuber. Okay, okay. Is it spiteful if so it's a Cerberus VTuber? Yep. There's so many people who looked up to Cinder who are expressing their just disappointment. Heartbreaking. I've looked up to Cinder for years and for her to do these things to her closest friends is absolutely heartbreaking. And I'm interested to see what Cinder is going to try and say. What will she try to say? Because what do you say? Oh, I didn't know what my manager was saying. I know there's screenshotted proof, but it wasn't me. My account was hacked. Okay, so this is Spite. Never heard of Spite. Oh, this is okay, this is another document. Okay, so this is Spite's document and Rain does stuff. Rain does stuff. All right. Okay, so I guess Rain's coming out with that's that's fine, Slasher. So Rain does stuff is coming out now. Cinder and I met while she was still running her Tashi.mp3 YouTube channel, which is why all the following screenshots will show her as Tashi rather than Cinder. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't even know Cinder had a different name before. We never ended up actually making any content together, but that didn't stop us from talking pretty much every day at the time. Pretty much immediately, she was flirting with me, despite, as you can see here. So Tashi's like saying, so Rain saying, besides, you said it's hard when your boyfriend is far, far away. I'm not your boyfriend, am I? What? So then Tashi's saying, no, but how nice that would be, your perfect boyfriend material. Okay. So this is just like, oh. Wait, what? Rain. Oh, so you want to go at it behind his back? Oh, How sneaky. And then Tashi, aka Cinder, is saying, "Hi honey, I've been talking to this guy about how badly I want him to F me since you wanted to buy a certain light instead of giving me any attention when I'm needy." Huh? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay, so basically they're just ranting about someone. What? Hold on a second. Hold on. Cinder, who just said up here, or Rain just said that Cinder has a boyfriend, and now Cinder is messaging how she's been talking to a guy about how much she wants him to do her. What? Huh? Okay. So Rain's saying that Tashi, aka Cinder, was stringing him along with proclamations of real love, which again I was silly to have believed in the first place, but still. I mean, if someone sits there proclaiming their love to you over and over and over again, you're gonna start to believe them, right? There's this artist called okay, Slasher. Okay, you're summarizing. Summarizing. All right. So, yeah. Wow, yeah, literally a screenshot here of Cinder saying, "Regardless, I'm always going to love you." For obvious reasons, I won't share any of the explicit texting, not just because of the thing. Okay, yep. So after Cinder got done using me for fleeting actual gratification, our conversations slowed down and exacerbated by the Cinder character coming into fruition and finding immediate success. All right. So she flirted with Rain a lot, professed her love and everything. Then when she was done, she was like, "All right, don't need you no more. Also, I have this new character now and I've gained success." I'd stopped making content for a decent length of time by then, and thus she no longer felt she could ladder climb from me. All right, until eventually she stopped using that account altogether and committed fully to Cinder. And I never heard from her again, something I was uncannily aware would happen even back then. Damn. Cinder's literally here. Don't forget about me when you become a big popular YouTuber. But then she did it. Wow. Okay. All right. And this one's from Spite. This one's from Spite. I want to start by saying please do not send. Yep, okay. First and foremost, my love and admiration goes out to Nano. I want to take the time to address what has been brought to light involving myself and what I've experienced over the years that coincide with these events. In this screenshot, the VTuber that is being talked about is very clearly me. So Red is talking about there was one dedicated blank fan or someone she knew, I don't know, that would comment on these clips saying like, "When are you going to clip blank only on Cinder clips?" What is this saying? She's basically rebranded to more of a fire Cerberus? Oh. Oh! Are you actually kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's I can see that there might be inspiration. There might be inspiration on this model from Cinder's, but who cares? Who cares? Literally, who gives a shit? I don't know, okay? Like, who actually gives a shit if your model looks similar to someone else's? Can anyone tell me? Because I really don't understand. I don't understand any kind of drama that happens when models look similar to each other. I don't understand the drama of models looking similar. Who cares? They're not gonna steal your fans from you or whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just block them and move on. There's so many models and anime characters that a lot of them look similar. Exactly. Exactly. Like, you have hundreds of, like, thousands of models. Some of them are going to look similar. And some people will be assholes and they will look at a model that they like or a model that's popular, and yeah, they are going to go try and copy them, but who cares? Who cares? I don't get it. I don't get it. I get that too. It's just stupid to fight if it's not outright ripped property. Yeah. Like, there's certain things, if they're copying certain things, if they're literally trying to copy your whole branding and your vibe and your personality and all that, then okay, then it's a little bit weird. But if your model's just to look a little bit similar, who cares? Who cares? Spite has been getting shit from Cinder's fans, even though Spite was the first to do this stuff. I don't even care who did it first. Oh god. I'll read the rest of the document though, yeah, because we'll look. I have had several sketches that I've made which have ended up having similar design choices to other people's art. Hell, I even share my art and point out some of those design details. For me, I just like to think of it as great minds think alike. Yeah, exactly. And what's the harm of taking inspiration from others? There's no harm in that, in my opinion. Since the beginning of my VTuber journey, it has been written in my backstory and lore that I'm the daughter of Cerberus, and through an unforeseen summoning mishap, the Greek goddess Hecate. Hecate? I don't know. As many may know, Cerberus is a species of hellhound, obviously, and I've always incorporated the number 3 in my designs to follow the 3 heads of Cerberus. In my early design, and when artists were still learning new model rigging techniques, I had opted for 2 other wolf heads on my shoulders as pauldrons to symbolically represent my other 2 heads. Okay. Hecate. Oh, okay. Hecate. Thank you, Ezio. The repeated comments of, if you're a Cerberus, where are your other 2 heads, had pushed me to use the broader term hellhound at the time. Fast forward to a year into my journey, and I started to receive harassment and berating comments and chat messages on Twitch and YouTube videos comparing me to Cinder and putting me down for being a hellhound. Wow! Bro, you're not allowed. Only one person is allowed to be a hellhound. Only one. Also, there can only be one bunny, so let's go. There can only be one bunny VTuber. We're gonna have to all hash it out. Making the definitive switch to the Cerberus label brought me a sense of relief, because the last thing I wanted was to be constantly compared or harassed at this point. I didn't want to be associated with her due to all the negativity that was being thrown my way. Rip my friend, then. Yeah, there can only be one. Highlander rules. That's like saying all Hellhound OCs are disrespectful to Luna from Hell of a Boss. Yup. There can only be one. I hate this stupid ass mentality, man. It's so freaking stupid. It's so dumb. I think it's awesome to see all the different kinds of bunny VTubers. Like, just to see how different everyone makes their design. I think it's really cool. I could never understand this. As for the claims of unfollowing her and taking her ideas, I debuted my 2.0 live 2D model May 14th of 2022, and on that same day, she decided to post her debut announcement for her 1.0 live 2D model. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. She didn't even know who Cinder was at all. She had no idea that she had fire in her ears. This is like stuff that is just so common. Like, it's very easy to just come up with the idea of, oh, I'll put fire in the ears or something. You know, it's not like something that's extremely unique. I wonder when I will debut as a simple human boy VTuber. Oh no. Oh no. There can only be one human VTuber. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that. Like, the fire in the ears is not even the same either. But like I said, that's not something that's like extremely unique to come up with. Yeah, they're also completely different colors. Like one's blue and Cinder is and Cinder actually even made a blue version of her model recently, didn't she? She now has a blue version. So, just saying. Her posting her debut announcement trailer the same day as my 2.0 debut seemed off. Yeah, no kidding. So there were many times. Oh, there have been multiple times where I have done something in either the same day or shortly after I was made aware or had discovered later that something similar had been posted, making her feel like she was being watched. Yeah, different style flames. Like, there were many times when I designed a new outfit that I was really excited for, but afterwards, Cinder would release outfits or models with similarities to it. What the hell? Didn't think much of it at first because it is normal to have some similarities. True, but I mean, if it's happening very often, that's kind of weird. Um, so on July 20th, 2022, her model mama and I worked on a comfy goth girl outfit. I had rips in my t-shirt, a G-string shorts, and spiked wrist cuffs. 2 weeks after Cinder debuted a similar outfit, I included the earliest image that I could find of Cinder with this outfit. I received many negative comments about my design from people assuming that I copied her when I debuted it 2 weeks before hers. I got called off-brand Cinder. Wow. What the heck? What the heck? This looks way too similar. Not like I still stand by my stance of like who really cares. But if you're going to actually cause a huge stink about it, accusing people of copying you and stuff, like I discovered this merchandise that she used for Uwu Market and had to do a double take because of the gray-blue skin tone used in the art. Several people thought it was me, and the similarities for this speak to themselves. So, just like I said, Cinder made a blue version of her character. At least make sure it's factual. Yeah, yes, yep, exactly, Ezio. Exactly. Wow. Wow. No way! On April 29th, I designed a Greek goddess outfit on stream. I am a Cerberus VTuber, so it fits my lore completely. I mentioned that I may or may not get a future Greek goddess outfit because it fits my branding. And we all know that Cinder has a Greek goddess outfit now. Yep, Cinder does. About 4 months ago, Cinder debuted a Heaven Okami-inspired outfit. Yep, she did. This one. The, like, angel, like, you know, but it's got, like, Greek goddess type vibes to it. Yeah, so that was her Heaven Okami. White and gold resembling a Greek goddess. Which she had the Greek columns there. And this was Spite's concept of it. Oh, okay. Okay, well, she showed it right here. Wow. What the hell? What the heck? On April 20th, I debuted a new model from my model mama. Whatever the heck that says, VT. I got a hoodie with a cute design on top, and I had side bangs covering my eyes. On April 4th, 2025, Cinder debuted a sports hoodie with side bangs covering her eyes similar to mine. That's not just disrespectful to Spike, that's disrespectful to Amaterasu from Okami, right? Why is she obsessed with Spite? What? What? Huh? She has 310k followers. 310k followers. And what does she have on Twitch? 343 followers. 343k followers. Where's Spite? 90k followers on Twitter. And 66.
Take care of yourself.
Oh my god. 66. So is she really threatened by Spite? Is she? Like, bro, really? Why? You are so in numbers, so much bigger. Why would you try and shit all over her? Like, are you actually threatened by her? No. Cinder has no verified check. She has the golden one, which I think means she, like, pays for the highest. I think. I think. She's insecure because she's unverified and her numbers are probably bots. I received a DM on January 25th, 2023. I will not disclose who the sender was without their consent. The sender expressed to me that they were getting bullied by Cinder and certain members of Cinder's community because she too had fire in her ears. Who cares? Who cares? I had a rather odd question, I suppose. Have you had any messages from the VTuber Cinder regarding your design? Whatever. This may seem out of nowhere, but I'm asking because I had made an OC like a while back, and I was accused by her and others of stealing her design. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, if VTubers, if after I get my live 2D model, okay, and you see VTubers popping up with some features that might look similar to mine, I don't care. Just putting this out there right now, I don't care. Really. At that point, no VTuber should have fiery ears because of Delphox from Pokemon. Yeah, like, oh my god, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You do all this backstabbing shit in behind the scenes and everything, and then, you know, it will get leaked eventually. It will eventually get leaked. And then you're going to look, you're just, your community is, why? Why not just be a nice person? Just grow organically without all the backstabbing and all the lying and all the this and that and oh my god, and cuz then you don't have any shit to try and hide.